find the piece of a 2-month-old baby.
Cassidy Quinn.
Hey guys, it's me, Cassidy Quinn, and welcome back to For Real Friday, the show where every Friday here on my channel we sit down, sometimes. This time I'm sitting / laying and relaxing on my couch because I'm tired, and that's where I feel like doing this from right now. But we have a chat about something real going on in your life, my life, our lives. So always tweet me, Facebook me, leave a comment below if you ever have any idea for a future episode of For Real Friday. Today, we're gonna talk about something which I tweeted about yesterday on Thursday when it happened, but tweeting about it was difficult because I had to fit it into 140 characters, and then everyone that kept asking me about it on Twitter, like, oh, what actually happened? Tell me more of the story. I was trying to respond again in 140 characters tweets, so I figured I would just talk about it here. And it is about a little thing called road rage, which, yes, we all deal with sometimes. Short preface to the story, a few days ago, I was cranky because I got off the plane from VidCon at almost 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. I had just been at Disneyland. It was the happiest place on earth. I was at VidCon, which is the second happiest place on earth, only second to Disneyland. And then I got back to Portland, had a kind of stressful day at work, and I was just cranky. So I got in my car on my lunch break, and this guy like kind of cut me off, but it wasn't really his fault, and I honked at him. Like just a little honk, and then I felt really bad about it for the rest of the day. So bad that I even sent out a tweet about it, hoping that maybe this guy would somehow randomly see my tweet. I don't know, because I was worried that after the fact he'd be like, oh my god, wait, I know who that is. That's the girl that's on the news. Wow, now I think she's a horrible person. So it's like, maybe if he does remember who I am, then maybe he would make the connection to go look at my Twitter, and then he would see that I was apologizing, because I really did feel really bad. The rest of the day I was like, God, this guy didn't deserve it. I was just cranky and tired and hungry, and I hadn't eaten lunch yet, or had a cup of coffee yet, or at least hadn't had enough cups of coffee yet, and so I felt really bad. So that's me when I have like a little bit of road rage at someone. Then, fast forward, 3 days later, it's Thursday. I'm on my way to work. In my neighborhood, there's a street. As most streets do, it has traffic going both directions. So let's make an invisible pretend diagram over here. One lane is going this way, up a hill. One lane is going this way, down a hill. There's a light over here. So therefore, the cars going down the hill line up and block traffic. Then the other cars, of course, are going up the hill, going the opposite way. It's really hard to see the cars coming uphill when you're over here trying to turn onto the street, because coming from the opposite way, because the cars that are waiting for the light, they don't block the roadway. Like, you can still get out of these exit streets to get onto the traffic going both ways. Am I making any sense? I hope. I can't edit this. I forgot to mention that. That is the point of these videos on Fridays, is that they're unedited, so we have fun. Also, I just noticed you might be able to hear the clicking of my toaster oven in the background. I'm making some breakfast right now. Anyways, moving on. Where was I? So you can still exit out of the streets. Like, the people coming down the hill are still nice, and even if they're, you know, stopped waiting for the light for a couple minutes, they leave a space for you to come out of these streets. Every day, or like 9 days out of 10 of my life, living in this neighborhood, I have turned left. So if you're coming out of this street, I'm turning onto the traffic. Oh, toaster's done. Toaster's ready. I'm turning past the cars going downhill and turning into the lane of traffic going uphill. Again, like I said before, it's hard to see the cars coming uphill. So you kind of look, and as I did yesterday, I looked and I was like, okay, it looks like there's not any cars coming up that way, but I'm gonna pull out slowly just in case a car that I can't see is about to come up the hill. Oh, please don't sneeze. I'm in the middle of a very important and intense story right now. So I start pulling out, the cars again waiting down for the light, and the ones here are leaving space for me to come through, and I come out, about to turn left. Out of nowhere, this car comes through, probably going too fast, but that's okay because I was going slowly and looking both ways in case a car came that I couldn't see. There's literally no way to turn off of this street and see all of the cars when there's all the cars lining up for the light. So this guy's coming up in his car, sees that I'm trying to turn there too. I stop because, again, I wasn't going very fast, and he is so angry. Like, it makes me laugh, even though he was definitely not laughing. He was so mad. So I see him. Again, we're both in our cars. My window is up, his window is up, so I can't hear him, but I just see him and he stops his car. There's no cars in front of him because I thought the lane was clear. He was the only car coming that I couldn't see. So he stops his car so unnecessarily. I'm stopped in front of these cars that are trying to go down the hill, and even though they were stopped for the light, so it wasn't like they were about to move and hit me or anything, they were being nice. And this guy stops his car in the traffic going the opposite way for no reason except to look over at me out of his window and start screaming. Or I only assume he's screaming. I couldn't hear him, like I said. But he is mouthing words like just all of the swear words you would imagine. A lot of F words, like, what the bleep are you doing? Beep you. At least that's what I interpreted his, you know, yelling or the movements of his mouth as being. It looked like a lot of F words to me. So he stopped there for at least like 10 seconds. He doesn't even honk. He's just yelling, moving his arms, waving him about, blah, blah, blah. Then he continues on, finally, up the hill so that then I can go behind him. Like, him stopping in the middle of the road is not helping any of this. I was going slowly, wasn't gonna hit him, just didn't see him coming. So anyways, he continues, I continue, and of course, I end up stopped behind him at the light a couple blocks down the road. So he stopped at the light, I'm stopped right behind him. He opens the side door of his car, like the driver's side door, and leans out. So I immediately, my reaction is to lock all the doors of my car in case this crazy guy is gonna come up and try to open my car door and like fight me or something. I was not ready for that. I was on my way to work. I had not even started my day. Then, so he's opening his door, he's leaning out the side of his car, and he starts yelling. So of course I roll down my window so that I can hear what he's saying, and he's, again, yelling swear words. What the do you think you were doing? Blah, 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 beep, 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 beep. Except, unfortunately, real life cannot be bleeped in real time. Maybe don't steal that idea. I would like to invent that somehow, real life bleeping in real time. Anyways, so he's yelling and he's like, do you see this double yellow line in the middle of the road? That means you can't cross it. You could have hit me. You almost hit me. That could have been so bad. I was like, I was going slowly, sir, so that I didn't hit you. You almost hit me. You came out of nowhere. Blah, 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 blah. Did you, I don't know why I keep saying blah, 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 blah. Did you see that double yellow line? That is why you are not allowed to take a left turn. You cannot cross a double yellow line. Sir, it has been many years since I took my driver's test initially, but I know that you cannot cross a double yellow line. What I think is true is that you cannot pass anyone on a double yellow line. So if you were just going up that hill, I couldn't just drive around him and pass him because it's a double yellow line. That means it's not safe to pass. However, in my mind, I thought it was safe and legal to turn across a double yellow line because, like I said, I've done that 9 times out of 10 basically since I moved to Portland on that street. So I'm like, sir, are you telling me that I can't turn left on that street? That doesn't make any sense. I do that all the time. He's like, no, it's a double yellow line. It's illegal, blah, blah, blah. And then he yells, I don't swear here on this channel, so I cannot say what he said. But I will say that he yelled 3 words at me after you, and then 3 words. The first word was stupid. The second word was a word he had yelled a lot, the F word. And the third word was a word that I really didn't think people even used anymore, referring to women particularly. Like, I was actually just telling someone about a week ago how it was wonderful that that there were like certain words that people just didn't use anymore because they're not nice. So those 3 words together were very hurtful, or I'd say they're intended to be hurtful and they could be hurtful. I took them as, this guy is off his rocker right now and he must be having a horrible day. So I was just like, okay, thank you for being nice, have a nice day. Rolled up my window, then we continued on. And he continued for the next 2 blocks until I turned onto a different street and therefore was not behind him anymore. I could see him like in his like reverse mirror in front of me, yelling and still mouthing words. I'm like, dude, calm down, calm down. So of course then I'm like, what if he's right and I was actually doing something illegal? Still was not, I don't think warranting that anger, but I looked it up, and this is the 2016 to 2017 Oregon Driver's Handbook. This is on Oregon.gov, which I believe is, you know, like a government, it's .gov, actual rules. So it says, double solid yellow line indicates passing is not allowed for both directions of traffic. Thank you, that's what I thought. You may turn left across double solid yellow lines after waiting for oncoming traffic to clear. Which is exactly what I thought I was doing and what I was intending to do, but I could not see him coming. So then, what I did was pull out slowly, wait for oncoming traffic to clear, which was him after he stopped in the middle of the road for no reason, and then I crossed the double yellow line. This story is getting too long, but the second side note I wanted to say was that then, like 8 hours later at my last live shot of the day at the news station I work at, I walked by this lady. She's like, oh my God, I see you on the news all the time. You do a great job. You're so wonderful. And she literally said to me, I wish I wrote down the actual words, but something like, you are a source of light and hope in this world. And I mean, is she right? No. But it was so nice. And she said it so genuinely, and it just balanced out the whole day. It was like, you know, you give some, you get some. Also, after I got to work, after the guy yelled at me, I was telling one of my coworkers who works at the front desk at our station about this crazy experience on my way to work, and then one of my other coworkers walked in with his 2-month-old baby, and I got to meet this adorable baby who was just so peaceful and so quiet and looked like a doll. He was barely moving, but he was moving. I saw him smile eventually. But what I wish for that man who yelled at me on my way to work, horrible words, if you are watching this somehow, I hope that you find the peace of a 2-month-old baby who is quiet and peaceful and sleeping and just smiling and just wants some food and a nap. Isn't that what we all want? So I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. I hope this story made sense. And just try not to be angry. Or if you are angry, try not to take it out on other people. Or at least send a tweet out apologizing afterwards. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I will see you on Sunday for a weekly vlog. Don't forget to watch my VidCon vlogs. They are all up now, all 2 parts of them. And yeah, thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up for hopefully not having a heart attack for that man. That would be horrible. My heart is beating so fast just from telling this story. Subscribe to this channel for more crazy things like this. Okay, bye! Hey, no.